Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. Today, let's delve into one of the most talked about inventions of our time and its potential impact on the future. Quantum RAM, also known as quantum random access memory. This remarkable innovation has gained significant recognition through the granting of 2 U.S. patents for its groundbreaking technology known as quantum random access memory, QRAM. The first patent, registered under the number US 11,093,850B1, was issued on August 17, 2021, marking a significant milestone in the development of this revolutionary memory solution. Building on that success, the second patent, numbered US 11,651,266B2, was granted on May 16, 2023, further solidifying the importance of this breakthrough in the field. To break away from the ordinary and illustrate the distinction between classical RAM and the newly invented quantum RAM, let us embark on a short story with a postman as our protagonist. Are you ready? Let's begin. Quantum RAM, known as QRAM, is the quantum equivalent of our regular RAM used in classical computers. First of all, we will speak about data types for both classical RAM and this invented quantum RAM. In classical computers, RAM stores only classical data as binary states represented by 1 or 0. On the other hand, this invented QRAM leverages the principles of quantum mechanics to store data in qubits, so it can store both classical data and quantum data. In this video, let us imagine that the memory cells can be represented as a set of houses. Additionally, let's assume that the writing operation in these memory cells can be likened to a postman distributing letters to these houses. Each letter carries a specific part of the data that corresponds to a particular house. In classical RAM, the postman carries letters containing classical data and delivers them one house at a time, requiring a sequential delivery process. Consequently, as the number of houses increases, the time required for the writing operation in all houses also increases accordingly. Hence, it becomes evident that the reading or writing operations of all memory cells in classical RAM require a time cost on the order of 2 to the power of n. On the other hand, the invented quantum RAM writes in all houses simultaneously, regardless of the number of houses. In other words, the postman carries letters that might contain classical or quantum data, and he delivers all the letters to all the houses at the same time, irrespective of the number of houses. This invented QRAM can write to or read from all memory cells simultaneously, resulting in a time cost of just 1, which is the distinguishing feature of this invented QRAM. Furthermore, the storage capacity varies drastically between the two types of RAM. Just imagine the task of storing 16 gigabytes of data, which amounts to 137,438,953,472 bits. While classical RAM would require a significant amount of space to accommodate this data, QRAM can store the same amount with a mere 43 qubits. As a result, QRAM stands out as the most efficient primary memory ever devised for quantum computers.